14-day district court for County of Washington, State of Michigan is now in session. All those having district court here, the Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
You want me to prosecute today?
Sure. Okay. All right. We'll run right through these. Just call them as a bundle. Said the supervisor for the student attorneys has some place to be.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
That case is for some.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it as soon as we can get a prosecutor. Don't rush. You're good. You're good. Who did somebody come out and yell at you that? Really, man? Why? Why are you yelling at Allie? He was nice about it?
He was.
You will always say that. All right. And here comes Parody Sauntering.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay because we could have proceeded without you being here. Not so much there. All right. Anyway.
We're both.
And then he went out and yelled at her. And then it was a whole bad thing that went on.
I'm not responsible for him, so I can't.
Wow.
I can't speak
Wow.
to
All right. If you would, just say that.
Yes. Allie Zen, on behalf of the people, Your Honor, the people waive any potential conflict between this honorable court and the Office of Public Defender. While the people don't believe such a conflict exists, the people make this waiver and avoid spelled out.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney. On behalf
Wow. Just slow down. Take your time. I know he upset you too, didn't he? Go ahead.
It was their time.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody says that.
The Public Defender's Office likewise does not believe a conflict exists, but if one does, we also waive.
All right. The court, for its part, also does not believe there's a conflict other than admission to court rules. Other cases decided there. But to the extent a conflict does exist, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matter. The court does call the case of versus Mackenzie Nyquist.
Allie Zen, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Josh Berhauer on behalf of Ms. Nyquist. Here with my co-counsel Jake Brenner under the supervision of Attorney. Requesting approval to appear under Michigan Court Rule 8.120.
Under the supervision of whom?
Attorney Katie Loris.
Okay. And good afternoon,
Um,
Loris. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And you're the only reason your case is getting called first, because apparently somebody said you were yelling at my staff about you have a class to teach at 1:30.
I believe
so
that was.
What?
I believe it was my colleague doing the yelling at your staff, but I do in fact have a class at 1:30.
Wow, just threw her right under the bus. Okay, good. I like her. All right. What are we doing on this case, folks?
Your Honor, we just received an offer from the state a couple hours ago, and we would request just a short adjournment to discuss it with our client, even just to next week.
Matter will be adjourned to
December 1st.
December 1st, 2025, 1 p.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Ms. Nyquist, could you state your name for the record, please?
Mackenzie Nyquist.
All right, thank you. All right, that time bond will continue. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you, Your
class. All right. Court does call the case of the people versus John Bryce Savvy.
Allie Zen, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dan Guerin. I believe it's Rizvi. I'm gonna try that. Yes. Rizvi. Can you state your name to the judge, please?
John Rezaby?
Resident. Okay, I'll trust you. Sure. No.
Your Honor, this is our first following a reauthorization of this charge. We're asking for a final settlement conference, please.
Okay. Jury final settlement conference will take place December 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, will be December 8th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls case, people versus Christopher Seeley.
Allie Zen, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, David Rudeau, my client's out in the hallway. Can I go grab him real quick?
If you'll do it nicely. You know?
I will do it nicely, Your Honor. I was hoping to speak with the people and I didn't have the opportunity
You
to,
want me to pass it?
if you don't mind.
Did he not speak to you? He just yelled at you?
No, he was looking to me since.
He was nice, but he didn't speak to you about the case.
She was
You're just saying he was nice. Because I'm hearing other things from Parody. All right, fine. I'll pass it. I'll pass your case, counsel. You don't care.
Thank you.
They're not listening. They don't. They're just having their
I'm
own
listening.
conversation. No, nobody's listening. It's a horrible thing. Court does call the case of the people versus Ardu Raham Banda.
Allie Zen, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Banda. Mr. Banda's not here. He went to 15th this morning at 9 a.m. When he, yes, I don't know why. When he arrived, he informed the public defender there that he wasn't doing well. The police were called, the ambulance was called. He was taken to St. Joe's, I believe. I have not gotten any update past that. He doesn't have a phone, so I haven't been able to touch base with him directly, but that is all the information that I received from public defender staff at 15th this morning.
So somewhere he needed some help of some type and they got him some assistance. All right. Under those circumstances, I'll adjourn the matter to December 1st,
Yes.
2025, 1 p.m. Thank you. Court calls case People versus Michael Taylor.
And then on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Taylor. So you can stand here and state your name, please.
Michael, middle initial K, last name Taylor.
Thank you.
You know, we are asking for an
I was
adjournment.
waiting on the package. I'm just saying, he's probably got it in his truck. That's what I'm thinking. Right, go ahead.
We're requesting an adjournment. We're doing a little bit of investigation into this case, so we just need some time to facilitate that.
What's my date after the first?
You have the 15th or January.
Will the 15th give you enough time to do all that?
If the January 5th, wow, that seems like a lifetime away. That's it.
Really?
I think I'll take the 5th if that's okay with court and that's okay with Mr. Taylor.
January.
January 5th. Busy season's coming up for FedEx, so. It's true.
I never see their truck. It's like, I think the guy goes past my house. You ever see that movie? It's a National Lampoon movie where the mailman goes past.
I don't think Mr. Taylor would do that.
No, I'm just
He
saying.
would delicately place it on your
I'm saying,
porch.
I see different things. I just look out, FedEx. Go out there. It's okay, nothing's damaged. January 5th. Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
January 5th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Bond with its condition will continue. And I'm only joking about your employer. You guys do wonderful. What?
Yeah, I'm in full, so.
Gotcha. All right, take
Thank
care. Court does call the case, People versus Timothy Riad.
Alexander on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr.
Reed.
Reed.
Read.
Your Honor, regarding the pretrial, we're asking for final settlement date.
Council approach.
I'm gonna grab my-
So before we deal with it, I'm just gonna, he can go right now. I'm gonna pass the matter briefly. Court does call the case of the People versus Eric Buckner.
Alexander on behalf of people.
The public defender Natalie Tate with and on behalf of Mr. Buckner, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and turn on your camera and state your name for the court?
That's Mr. Buckner, Eric Buckner. How you doing today, Your Honor?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, sir?
I'm doing the best I can, sir.
All right. Okay.
Your
Go
Honor, the approach.
Sure. Yeah. Hold on. Don't say anything. What?
It's.
You can't get out of it.
Okay, wait.
All right, record should reflect we've had a bench conference in this case. Mr. Buckner?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to pass your matter briefly. The people are waiting on some information to provide to the court, and then we'll call your case back up. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Buckner. Just hang on the line.
Court calls
Okay.
case People versus Kenneth Miller.
Alexander on behalf of people.
Probably didn't want to.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender
Under Natalie Tate, from Mr. Kearney, Your Honor, I grab this, Your Honor.
Yeah, she said it was something.
Chris Clara on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Miller is scheduled before the court. This is done to amend the charge code on the misdemeanor plea agreement.
Right.
To a corrected PAC code. Mr. Miller pled to an OWI occupant less than 16 on October 15th. When I prepared the sentencing recommendation to the court, I had it down that he pled to an OWI IBAC. That is incorrect. So the jail time on his sentencing from October 15th needs to be amended to 365 days in jail with credit for 1 day served and the balance to be suspended. The rest of the sentence recommendation remains the same, Your Honor.
Right. It should have been 257, 625, 7A1.
Correct.
Whereas it was 257, 625, 1C, which is, but they had the penalty right on the plea form, just not the PAC code.
Correct, Your Honor.
Any objection to that? It's going to have to be amended.
I cannot believe so, Your Honor, and I believe Mr. Miller is present. Yes.
Yes. Mr. Miller, can you state your name?
Kenneth Miller.
All right. Mr. Miller, did you understand any of that? Probably not, right?
Yeah, I already spoke with probation about it.
You did? Okay, so
Yeah.
you understand what's going on. It's
Yeah,
just
I understand.
that the code itself was the incorrect code.
Right.
All right. So we're going to correct the code. The charge was correct, it's just the code was wrong. I'll amend the jail time on his sentencing that I imposed without objection. Instead of the 180 days in jail, credit 1 and the balance suspended. It will be amended to 365 days in jail, credit 1, the balance is suspended. All right? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
Court calls case, People versus Maurice Couchman.
Mr. Couchman present.
Maurice Couchman? I do not have him. No, it's not checking.
Your Honor, Chris Clara, Mr. Couchman was before the court. I did not waive his appearance as a new pending case out of the 18th District Court on a domestic violence and alleged date of offense, October 28th of 25. That incident is involving the sister, not the same victim in this case. I have ordered the police report on that. So I did not waive his appearance. Given that he is not present, probation is asking.
Couchman, no response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on it. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case of the People versus Anthony Randolph.
Not checked.
What are we up for?
Chris Clara on behalf of probation, Your Honor. Mr. Randolph was before the court for reviews on his payments to the court.
And yes, and has he made them?
He has not, Your Honor.
He's not here. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. I still have him owing
He owes $1,340.
Bench warrant will issue. Bond set in the amount of $15,000. Give a 10% privilege on it. That warrant will issue immediately. Court does call the case. People versus Darnett Blackwell.
Alexander, on behalf of people.
Chris Clara on behalf of probation, Your Honor. For review hearing, he is compliant with the order by the court. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set February 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Objection.
So ordered. Court calls case. People versus Zachary Burlett.
Alexander, on behalf of people.
Your name?
Good afternoon, Zachary Burlett.
Probation. Your Honor, Mr. Burlett is scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance, but I think he wanted to come see.
Uh-oh.
Just a
Go ahead.
Only on good
I'm
terms.
being sarcastic. He just can't get enough of you.
No, yeah, I get that a lot. Okay.
No, Mr. Burlett is doing well with his treatment. He does have a pending case that is still kind of looming before this court, but it happened prior to him being sentenced in this case. Overall, Mr. Burlett's doing well. He checks in with me often. He's working. He's getting things together. And he looks much healthier than he did.
Yes.
So,
It's a stark difference.
yeah, isn't that great?
It is. So.
So probation's recommendation in this case, Your Honor, is that all conditions continue with this next review hearing being set February 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
All right, before I go that, sir,
Hello.
hello, what would you like to tell me?
Even though, I mean, I didn't know I was able not to appear or whatever, but I still like to come in to show myself, just see everyone, I can't get enough of you, I guess, right? But it's just good to be present, show that I'm healthy, that I'm good, that everything's okay. I'm maintaining everything that I have to maintain, but most importantly, just being productive and being, quote, a human being.
Yes. Well, do you have pictures of yourself from before?
I go to my old Facebook, sometimes, and I see a difference on health wise. I wasn't that bad. I mean, actually, no, I was very, very bad. But it's the memories behind it, like where I was at that present time, and then it just goes on and on. I was at a homeless shelter, sleeping in the parking structures, drug ridden, pending cases in and out of the county jail here, refusing the help, refusing recovery, and now I go back to from last year when I finally just had enough. Enough was enough, right? So I did what I did, and also took the opportunities that were finally presented to me. And when I first met Agent Blair, she just wasn't having it. She said, "You're not fit for probation, sir. We're not doing this with you." And I had to beg her. I said, "I am begging you." Actually, my exact words were, if you keep me here with no probation, you will be signing my death warrant." Was the exact words I used with her. And she took the time to listen to me and hear my story out and hear me through and gave me an opportunity. I don't know what was going on in her mind. Maybe I was just one of those cats that was able to shoot and move, but to be here today with sobriety and also more importantly, just maintaining a life that's productive. I have my family back. I got my mother back. I'm just doing the things I need to be doing and wanting to do. It just goes to show oh, well, he wasn't bullcrapping. And also, I guess I don't want to put my ego out there, but this is a prime example of what it looks like to turn your life around.
Why didn't you want to put that out there?
My ego?
Yeah.
I guess I want to say I can be that positive influence, right? And lately I've been thinking about taking up a second job at the shelter where I once used to stay before, some part-time, because one, I have a friend in recovery that's there, and also two, I can share my story where I was at once before.
Something, a lot of times when there's this kind of success, we don't necessarily get to see it because the person kind of goes on their way, and whatever, I may see them years later or something like that. So I want to thank you for taking the time to come in.
And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Just the reason I asked about the pictures is because you're hugely different. I mean, it's not. There are some people that change a little bit, right? This may sound sort of strange to people, but it's the truth. Not only have your physical appearance has changed, listening to you, everything about you has changed. Before, you would not have been able to say whatever to me. You would not have been able to necessarily put forth those coherent thoughts about any of that. I mean, because you were operating in a world where you had to be scared of everyone, and that you were scared of everything in a lot of ways that came out in different ways, right? I always tell people that I have around me the most incredible group of people who constitute my staff. And I mention them whenever I can. What I really appreciate is when people who are coming from the court mention somebody like Miss Blair. Did she know? In a strange sort of way, yeah. I mean, she also understood that you were somebody she wasn't really taking a chance on, but somebody who she felt you wanted and you were ready to do it. And, it's that kind of faith that we have to have in people that come before us. And she's a prime example of being able to do that. If she really thought that you couldn't, you wouldn't be here on probation. And it's that faith in you that she had, and you probably saw it as sort of an instantaneous decision. She's a thinker, and she kind of goes through, and she, in her head, has sort of mapped out a course for you. At some point, you have to take it on your own, but she does. And, I am in terms of my probation department, I am absolutely blessed because it would have been very easy. The easy thing to do for her department, for everybody here would have been just to say, nope, not doing it. Right? Because then we don't have to deal with it. The hard thing to do is what Ms. Valera did in terms of saying, okay, I'm going to give you a chance to do it. And yeah, you showed her that you can do it. You showed me. I mean, I am truly, I'm sitting here almost in awe as I'm just looking. Because that you were, that was not you a little while back.
Absolutely. And you know, when I share my story on, because some guys and girls, when I go to these talks, they just can't believe how they question my relationship I have with the course of Miss Valera. And it's like, you know, unfortunately, you guys are seen as enemy number one. I was like, well, truth be told, they're really not, considering the fact that, you know, when we're out here doing the things wrong, they have a job they have to attend to. Like, if I'm out here screwing up, I'm like, of course she's going to put me in jail. But when you sit here and do the right things and you continuously do it, and you start building this professional relationship with them, you are the success story. You become it, and you become, in a way, they're number one. Like, hey, they're doing it. You know what I mean? And when we have our conversations, our check-ins, it ain't just a regular check-in. It's a good conversation we have. It ain't just about, are you doing this and that? It's, how are you? How has Zach been? I'm good. How's Miss Valera been? You know, it's like we check on each other. She has that mother basic instinct with her. I sense it every time that we talk. Like, you know, it ain't just like, you're doing this, doing that. Okay, good. Call me later. It's, oh,
I call her Mother Teresa all the time.
it fits. And I've explained to my mother before. She said that's a beautiful thing, and she says she wished that all the system can be like that more. Get really connected with the community and those who are in my position to, you know, help them guide them in the right direction. And of course,
sometimes that next step that you have to make, you're worried about failing, or you're worried about how you're going to do it. And the great thing, and I know this about Miss Valera, she kind of walks you through that so that you can make that next step, and so that things also don't look so scary.
No, absolutely. Especially when I had my slip a while back ago, you know, there was no fear to call her. This was I have to do this. Like, I have to keep her informed. I'm not going to lie to her. I'm not going to shoot a move on her. There's no reason to. And I don't know what I was thinking that there would be consequences, but at that moment, I'm like, I can't lie to him. I can't. That's now how I am. And the exact words were, you're doing the right thing. I'm just glad you're safe, and you're somewhere safe right now. Bounce back. You got this. Keep me informed. You're exactly where
you didn't expect that, right?
I didn't know what to expect other than, or I wouldn't say other than, but just, I had to inform her. I couldn't lie to her. Because if I start them old patterns again, them old behaviors will come back. Right. If I got away with this, what else can I get away with?
And what I think you need to also understand is it takes a lot of courage to do that, because the easy thing to do would be head in the other direction. You didn't do that, right?
Exactly.
And you know, the call itself, Ms. Blair, I can tell you, recognized that took a lot. And so the real question was, okay, you slipped out, but then how are you? Right?
Exactly.
That's where it was. Spillette, thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It was great having this conversation, and keep up the good work.
I will.
All right. There's always tough days ahead, but nothing is insurmountable if you just kind of put yourself to it, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to continue all terms as previously ordered. I'll set his next review hearing February 2nd, 2026, 1 p.m.
Thank you.
Take care.